I am Aidan Mendoza, and I will be demonstrating the functionality of our 256-bit memory. So what we have here is this section controls our chip select. Right here, our A3 in and our A4 in, and our A0 in to A2 in. They control our word select as seen here. So here I have our pre-in and our pre-out, and then our read write button right here. So I'll start out with our first test case. With our first test case, we are using memory chip 0 and register 0 as seen here. And we want to write just 1 to that. So I'll write it in, I'll read it and write it in here. There we go. So that is set to 1. Our next test case here is in chip 0, register 1. And we would want that to be 2. So I'll put that in there. After that, our next test case is memory chip 1, register 2. And we would want that to be 4. So I'll write that in, 4. And now our next test case is memory chip 1, register 3. And we would want that to be 8. And I can go ahead and write that one in. Our next test case is memory chip 2, register 4. And for that one, we want it to be 10. I'll go ahead and write that one in. Our next test case is memory chip 2, register 5. And in this case, we want it to be 20. So I'll go ahead and write that one in as well. And we have memory chip 3, which would be both, and then register 6. And that will be 40. So I'll write that in. And our final test case is memory chip 3, register 7. And that one will be 80. So I'll go ahead and write that in. And now I'll turn all these off just to reset our chip select and word select. And this as well. So as we can see here, we have our memory chip 0, register 0, and our expected value is 1. Our next one is memory chip 0, register 1, and that shows up for us as 02, as expected. Next, we have memory chip 1, register 2, which shows up here as 4, as expected. And next, it's memory chip 1, register 3, which shows up here as 8. Then we have memory chip 2, register 4, which is 10, as expected. Then we have memory chip 2, register 5, which shows up as 20, as expected. And then we have memory chip 3, register 6, which shows up as 40, as expected. And then lastly, we have memory chip 3, register 7, which would show here as 80, as per the test case requirements. And that concludes our demonstration for our 256-bit register. Thank you for watching.